It's Lamani coming to you with another video. Since RC has changed, it's been a huge debate whether it's good, whether it's bad. People offering suggestions, saying what they think Cat Daddy should do, what they shouldn't do, how it's messed up, how it's worse, blah 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 blah. Everyone giving their opinion. So I thought I would do the same. This video's gonna take a little while. So I think I'm gonna play I'm gonna play a blacktop game while I talk about this because this is an interesting topic. I mean, yes, it's changed a lot. It's a lot more difficult. And people don't really like that. Which, I mean, hey, they're used to getting the card. They're not getting it now. So I mean, it causes a little tension. But I don't think anything's wrong necessarily with the way it's set up. I mean, I would change a lot. Dang, I'm not getting a game at all. But I mean, I would change stuff. I wouldn't do it exactly like Cat Daddy did it, but top 100 getting the RC card, I think, is a great idea. But I mean, maybe that's just me because I can get it. With that said, I definitely wouldn't keep it the same. So I get Kobe. And this is the only one I get. I have 44. Let's see who my competition is real quick. UK23. Hey, a Skull. I've heard of him. So that's cool. And I don't think I've ever talked to him, but I've heard of him. I'm going to tell people good luck. Alright. So, while I play this blacktop, I'm going to just share my thoughts. I mean, it's just my opinion, but if I was Cat Daddy, this is personally what I would do. So, I like the 1 through 5 getting a special reward because, as you could see, I mean, they scored 50,000 plus points. They deserve a little bit better. Not a little bit. They deserve a better reward. So, to me, they should get both RC foil cards. But then, on top of that, I would give the top 5 2 wilds and 2 star contracts. So they get to pro both of them immediately without having to worry about it. I know wilds aren't that hard to get, but I think adding wilds could be a little bit of a boost to the reward system. Again, just my opinion. So that's what I would do for top 5. 6 through 50, I would keep the same. And I would give them RC foil card. Sorry, I got distracted trying to tap. Okay, I can easily win. So I'd give them the RC foil card, but then I would also give them a wild and a star contract as well. So if you're in the top 50, you can pro your RC card immediately without having to have anything extra. 51 through 100, I would give just the RC card, non-foil, obviously, and a wild card. So they don't get a star contract, so they would have to do a little bit more work to pro it, but they get half of what they need. I think that'd be a nice little bonus for that. And a lot of people have been complaining because they say the competition is dying, and it's not as competitive, and that they didn't fall in rank, that people around them weren't playing. And in my opinion, that's comes directly from the fact that the gap between tiers is a lot. So in mine, I kind of changed it up a little bit. For me, I would give rank 101 through 110, so 10 people would get 2 Hall of Fame or All-Star playoff cards. Big difference. I mean, first you're getting the playoff card, or whatever. Not a playoff card, you're getting a Hall of Fame playoff card. So that's a big plus, but you're also getting 2 of them. So that could be really cool, I think. But it's only 10 people, so, I mean, you gotta work for it. Oh my, am I really slow right now? I am pretty slow. I might not get 7. I don't know, it doesn't matter. So after that, I would give rank 111 through 200 a Hall of Fame or All-Star card foil. So that's, 90 people getting that. And then 111 then 201 through 350 can have a Hall of Fame or All-Star playoff card. I think that's acceptable. Oh my god, I'm definitely going to get 6. We'll see what my competition does and if I need to focus more on that. Oh well. So 201 through 350, I would give a Hall of Fame or All-Star card, playoff Hall of Fame or All-Star card, and then 351 through 361. So again, 10 people are getting this, and it's I would give them 2 foil playoff cards. So basically what's happening is when you get 2 cards, it's a really small group to keep the competition going. Okay, this guy, I just played him. His deck is terrible. But to get 2 cards, it's going to be really, really competitive because it's only a 10-person. I still came in first with only 6 games. Oh my gosh, this is going to be an easy BTC. Okay, anyway. So 10 people getting it, I think, would make it much more competitive, and no one would get to rest because you don't really have a big cushion either way. So after that, 362 through 500, I would give a foil playoff card. I'm just going to energize everybody. So 361 through 500 get a foil playoff card. Then 501 to 1,000 get a playoff card. So basically top 1,000 still getting a playoff card, but it's going to be varying. Just because there's a lot more like steps to get there, I think it would be a lot more fair, and no one's going to have like a 20,000 point difference besides at the top, which was insane. I mean, everyone's complaining about the gap between 100 and 1,000, but the biggest gap was, 5 to 50. But it doesn't matter. So after 1,000, 1,001 to 1,010, we get 2 star Hall of Fame or All-Star cards. Then 1,011 to 1,500, we get a foil star Hall of Fame or All-Star. 1,501 to 2,500 could get a star Hall of Fame or All-Star card. Then 2,501 to 2,510, we get 2 star foil cards. Hold on, let me see what this guy's deck is. Okay, it's really easy. So basically, you see what I'm going with this. So each new tier, each level down, the first 10 people will get 2 cards. I think that could be really cool. And making the brackets way closer together would make it much more competitive, because the reason why it gets stagnant on the last day is because people, 20% battery, that is not good, feel comfortable with where they are in their rankings, and they don't feel like they have to push because they know they can't get the next tier, and they know they won't fall to the tier below them. So they just don't play, and enough people don't play that they're right. So they just don't move, and they can chill and not even sweat it at all. And that's what happens. But if you make the tiers closer together, you don't have as big a cushion below you or ahead of you, and there's more incentive to push because there's a real possibility of getting to the next tier. So I think making them a lot closer together would help a lot. And people keep saying that the grind for 1 card, so I think that the first little tier of a lower level card, if that makes sense, should get 2. I mean, make it a little bit better. And I think giving the people at the top that bonus of getting wilds and star contracts could be a nice little bonus added in. I mean, they're not the hardest to get, but star contracts, you do need to draft with good agent or with money. And I mean, in our 6-hour good agent, I only drafted 3 star contracts. So, I mean, getting 1 star contract just for coming top 50 could be clutch. Or getting, 2 for top 5. I mean, that could be really helpful to people. And I think it's a valid option. And I think it's one that should be looked into, quite honestly. Other than that, God, I'm playing really slow right now because I'm talking. This is sad. Other than that, there was some people on not some people, but so like Will had a thing of giving everyone a playoff card. I mean, I like Will, but I don't agree with that personally. I think if everyone gets it, it's basically like no one getting it. It just devalues them immediately and makes anyone's progress before that pointless, because I mean everyone will have playoff cards. So it's basically like saying slapping the people that have been loyal and been trying to play and just, not as active. All right, at least I'm gonna get 7. Not as active, but still playing. Like, we don't care about you. Sorry, people that just started are now going to be just as good as you or have just as good a chance of being as good as you. And I just don't agree with that. I feel like you should get a little bit of a bonus for not. For, like, a little bit of a bonus for playing. I don't think it should just be given to you. I think you should have to earn everything. And I also saw, okay, so there was another tweet today that was actually pretty interesting. It was by Mikey. I mean, he made some valid points. RC is pretty ridiculous. And it does take a long grind. I mean, with that being said, I did sleep 7 hours a night during this RC, and I did get top 50. So, to a point, I mean, definitely top 5. You basically have to go without sleep. Sean, barely slept. I mean, it is rough, and I mean, it's hard to do, but at the same time, I kind of like that it's difficult, because not as many people can do it, and then you actually do feel a bit of an accomplishment once you complete it. I mean, it's like a sigh of relief on Sunday night. You're like, yes, I did it. I accomplished my goal, even if it isn't just in this game. And, I mean, it's a nice little rush. I mean, it's an enjoyable feeling. So, I kind of like the way it is, but at the same time, it would be kind of interesting to, like, cap the amount of time you could play. Only being able to play 10 hours a day was what he suggested, would be, I mean, completely different. A lot of people can tap fast, they just don't have all day. I mean, 10 hours is still a long time. You'd have to really dedicate yourself for that 10 hours and tap as fast as you can. Not saying it would be easy, but it would be a lot different. And, I mean, that way time zones wouldn't really matter. Because I know the event starts and ends at weird times for some time zones, so that could be an interesting thing to go with that. You could play for 40 hours during RC, basically, and just whenever you want to or whenever you can, and then it caps off and you can't play anymore. I mean, that's an interesting thought. I don't know if they'll ever do it, but I mean, I wouldn't be mad if they did that. If they did that on a trial basis, just one RC, be like, you can only play this amount of time. I don't know how they would determine when you're playing, though. I guess once you're in the Rivals Clash page, a timer starts, or what? I don't know how it would work. I think it might be kind of difficult, but it would be kind of cool at the same time. Another thing he but suggested was maybe shortening Rivals Clash to 1 or 2 days. I think they trialed that, obviously, with the Flash RC. The rewards weren't that good, and, I mean, for 24 hours, I don't think you should get a card that is that powerful. That's just my opinion. I think it should take a grind. I mean, they did make it the best card in the game. I know I was unsure about that in my last video, but I did put a offensive enhancement on Hakeem, and he is now better than Kobe. So, RC cards are now the best in the game. So, with them being the best in the game, I think a grind of, 2 days isn't enough. Personally, I like it at 81 hours. I would much rather it stay at 81 hours than Road to the Championship get shorter. Personally, because we need all 81 hours in Road to the Championship. And I know he brought up the fact that you could buy your way into it and Road to the Championship, but I kind of like that you can't buy RC. You just have to grind. People were saying that it was a cash grab and all of this, but you literally can't just buy an RC card. I mean, the exchange rate that Cat Daddy gives you for credits to RP is just ridiculously stupid if you do it. I mean, $100 gets you 150,000 or 150,000 RP. Like, think about that. I sold a playoff pro and got 100K. So you're telling me that that was worth $67? I mean, I'm not buying that exchange rate at all. And if you do it, God help you. I don't know why you're doing it. I don't know what you're thinking, but you're very misguided. So with that said, I mean, I like that you can't just buy the card, that you have to earn it. I understand that's kind of a pain, but like, I like that it's a pain. I don't think you should just be able to buy every card in the game. The Rivals Clash cards are like the only cards that you legit can't buy. You have to earn. And I like that. I think that needs to stay. I think there should be an incentive to the people that don't spend and just grind. I mean, it takes a lot, but it's worth it to me. I mean, especially now that there's only 100 people getting the card. I think that's awesome. I mean, it's rewarding the people that don't necessarily just spend. You can just grind and play the game and get the best card in the game now. For the people that couldn't do Road to the Championship because they can't spend money and they can't blah, 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 whatever. If they get top 100, they now have the best cards in the game. And I think that's awesome. I think it should personally stay that way. But that's just me. So I think it should definitely stay 4 days or 81 hours. I definitely don't think you should be able to buy a way to be able to sleep more. But he did bring up the cap. And I think I could be down for that. At least to try it, to see what it's like. I don't know how it would work, like I said. But I think it would be interesting. Yeah, I don't know, though. It's weird. I kind of like the way RC is. I mean, personally, because I've only bought 2 packs, you know, and they were the credits were given to me. So, like, I don't spend money. I just set alarm for Road to the Championship, and it's just as hard. I mean, not just as hard. I mean, it's way more relaxed, because you get to do whatever for an hour, and then check back in, play a few games. Okay, this dude's team's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Did I lose? I lost. Wait, I knew his team was going to be good, and I have, down, so I'm just going to get 12 points. It doesn't really matter. But, yeah, so I think it should stay the same. What was I saying? All right, I was talking about setting alarms in Road to the Championship and how it's just as difficult, basically. That's what I was saying, but then I was disagreeing with that. Sorry, rambling. Lost my train of thought. But yeah. So in Road to the Championship, you can just buy the card, basically. People get it on the first day. I don't see how that's... Alright, that's just... I don't know, it's not as exciting to me. I feel like having to earn the card makes it more valuable. I mean, you look at the card and you know that person played the game, tried, grinded the whole weekend. Not the whole weekend, but they really... Well, basically now. And they really tried, and they really wanted that card. They worked for it, they got it, they earned it. And it's a cool feeling to see those now. To anyone that got it, that they worked for it. Congratulations, they didn't just buy it. Whenever you see a Road to the Championship card, you're like, I wonder if that person really put the time in. Or if... Did I place a call again? God, I'm retarded. I'm going to get 10 points this quarter. Oh, well. At least I'll dominate the last quarter. Is this going to cost me the BTC? I don't even know what the rankings are. I haven't been paying attention at all. But yeah, so I like the fact that you can't buy it. But that about does it with that. So I gave you my suggestion. I think it could really work, making it more competitive, making it more fun, slowly going down, gradually, giving everyone better cards along the way, sprinkling in double cards for the really competitive small tiers. And I don't know. I think it's worth trying. I wish Cat Daddy would look at it. I wish they would consider it, because I think it's a lot better system than they currently have. But I also think the system that they currently have is much better than the 500 getting it. So, it is what it is. I think it was a step in the right direction. cutting it down from 500 to 100. I definitely don't think they should backtrack. And yeah, I mean, that about does it for that. I guess I'll talk about, I still have a quarter left. So I'll talk about my season, because I actually did join one. Last night I sold Dirk, as you all saw in the last video. What place? I still finished 4th with 10 points. How is that even possible? These people are terrible. But I started a season because, so I'm up 20. Alright, I easily win. I started a season because I sold, after Dirk, I also sold Lance Stevenson for 65k, which was unfortunate because I was hoping he wouldn't sell and then I'd get to post him for more. I did lose 3 cards. That is funny. And I lost all my playoff cards. And 10% battery, so this is coming in just in time. But because of that, I also spent 5k on a wild, or not, on an extra pack, and I did pull a wild, so I ended up proing my Steve Kerr, and I joined the season using 6 playoff pros, and the rest event star pros. 2 shooting guards playing out of position at power forward is my top 15. Unfortunately, I got into a season that is loaded. People with 10 plus playoff pros. So I don't really have a chance to win. But you know, I'm in one season. Maybe I'll make the semis. Get a playoff card. I still haven't pro'd the playoff card for last time. And I really don't know if I will. I probably won't. But, you know, still make the semis. Hopefully. I did talk and say that in the season that I only had 6 playoff pros, and then somebody said they had 17, which is ridiculous. But I looked at their deck and they had all normal playoff pros, besides one that they looked like they won from a season. So they had all normal ones, and they were all bought off the auction. So he bought 9 playoff cards off the auction already and pro'd them. At least, because I couldn't see his other 7 playoff pros. But he had no, I'm pretty sure he didn't even have Kobe. Like, not the road to the championship Kobe, like the first Kobe. I didn't see a foil, so, like, that's weird. And he also didn't have Hakeem, so he has 17 playoff pros, but I mean, he just spent RP in the auction house, so that's not really that impressive to me. But he will beat me this season, so I haven't said it yet, but I'm planning on telling him to take a screenshot when he beats me, because it won't happen later in the tier, because I will eventually catch him, because I will have all events, hopefully, and sprinkle in some record setters eventually. Obviously not yet, because I'm not even like trying to do a weird lineup in seasons with some commons in there, which you can do, by the way, but I'm not doing it. But yeah, so at the current time, if I am in your season, you are lucking out, because I am struggling with playoff pros. Well, not really struggling. I've been drafting quite a few. I had 5 resets during RC. 2 were supports, but I sold them all because I needed the RP. Well, I haven't sold them all yet, but I'm going to sell them all. And then I had 2 other pros, Dirk and Batum, but I obviously sold both of those too, because I'm not worried about playoff pros at the moment. From star tier, I had a ton of just extra playoff or star pros at the end that were just normal, that were useless, and I didn't feel like wasting the wilds this time. So I know I can beat Road to the Championship already with the amount that I have and my event star pros, so I'm not really focused on proing normal ones. When RTTC comes, I will pro the foil one, but I will probably only pro the 3 spec. If it's the same card, I will use the other one. If it's 2 different cards, I will consider it proing all 3, but currently the plan for me is to just pro the 2, and I mean, that'll give me, going into it, so I have 6 now, that'll give me 7, and I beat it with 4 last time, so I mean, I'm not worried about that at all. And then afterwards I'll have 8, and then, you know, next RC I get the event card again, that gives me 9, and then 10 with the next row of the championship. I mean, I'm going to slowly build them up So right now is your best chance to beat me. I don't even know how many games I played. To be completely honest, I wasn't paying attention at all. But yeah, so that's my strategy through playoff tier, is not to rush and pro all these normal ones, to focus on getting the better ones and just utilize that. So I won by 50, 60, almost 60. There you go, first place. So yeah, so that's my strategy through playoff tier, and that's my my theory for the new RC and how the rewards could be set up. That about does it for the video. I was going to do the picks, not going to do them anymore. By the way, that's the person that has 17. I am not charged, though. Let's see what I'm at. There we go. There's where they are, and that is my lineup. But anyway, that is my theory. He's not talking back. That is my theory for what they should do with Rivals Clash. But I am definitely going to go ahead and end this video before my phone dies. 10% battery. Don't know why I started with 37% when I'm not even at my house. But I did. Clutched it. Got it done in time. It's looking like a 27-minute video, so that is insane. If you watch the whole thing, I appreciate it. Be sure to like, sub, follow me on Twitter. What else? I was going to talk about my team, but I'm out of time. Next video, tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll give more team shoutouts because I got to get more specific. But anyway, like I said, like, sub, follow. Appreciate all the support, all the love. And, oh my god, wait. Sorry, I completely forgot. I definitely need to add this at the end. You'll just be looking at this screen so I can see my percent. Giveaways. Tonight, Monday night, in Preston's stream, Divine Inspired Camcord, I am doing a good agent giveaway. The tweet is pinned to my profile. Retweet and follow my Twitter to be entered in to win a 2-hour good agent spot on our team. Definitely take advantage of that. That's not my only giveaway, though. On Thursday, if I hit 500 followers on Twitter, which I'm like 18 away, I am also giving away the 500 follower giveaway will be in Divine Inspired, aka Preston, aka Diddy's Camcord, which will be PSN, Xbox, Google Play, or iTunes gift card. The winner gets to choose. Not sure how he's doing it, but I support it however he does it. Giveaways are always fun. Should be a lot of fun. I'll definitely be in his stream tonight if you want to talk. Yeah, other than that, okay, that definitely ends it. So that's the giveaway. That's, everything. That's the theory on RC. That's my strategy, and that's the giveaway. Thanks for watching all of this and my rambling thoughts at the end, scattering, trying to cram this stuff in. But be sure to like, sub, and follow me on Twitter at MyNBA2K16. Yeah, that about does it. All right, see you next time. Peace.